Now, if you haven't played the games or you haven't seen the first episode of the show yet, just stop right here because spoilers ahead. Alright, everything in this video is in regards to The Last of Us, both the game and the show. Proceed. Now, I'd like to start off by saying I just love this show and the character cast that's in there. Just from the first episode, we are here to analyze very small details in the game that show up in the show. So you can strap in and get ready for a whole load of clip jumps, with a lot of explanations, of course. Now, before we even get off anywhere, I would like to say I love how the show starts by explaining the whole viral epidemic. It's just splendid. It hits all the spots, keeps you intrigued on what might happen next on the show, in my opinion.
No, mankind has been at war with the virus from the start. Sometimes millions of people die, as in an actual war, but in the end, we always win. One gene mutates, and an Ascomycetia, Candida, ergot, Cordyceps, Aspergillus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains.
We're going to start off where the game starts, just because it's a show and they have to add a few things just to make it make sense. But so far, it's just on track with the game 100%, and it makes sense to that storyline. The game starts when Joel gets home and Sarah gives him the present, which is the watch in the box. This is very picky, but the box is the exact same. It just kind of made me geek out a little bit as well, just because the watch is literally the same. And when Joel asked how she managed to pay for it to get it fixed, that line, word for word. And that's how I knew right off of the bat that this was going to be a very good show, because they keep every single small detail in there. And if you look off as well, you can see that the guitar in the clip is the exact same.
Well.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday?
Where'd you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Now, just within the first 10 minutes or so, I'm going to show you guys a few clips that match very, very small, minute details, right? The signs, when you start right off and they turn towards the hospital, get the burning house, the couple on the side of the road as well.
Take 71.
That's right.
Did they say how many are dead?
Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that sumbitch made it out. God. It's Jimmy's place. Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
Stop!
You see what I see. Someone else will come along.
What are you doing?
Got a kid, Joel.
So do we. Keep driving.
We can put you in the back.
Somebody else will come along.
Just before we continue, I just want to give an award out to this zombie. This man right here goes above and beyond. Now, on to the sad part. They mimicked it so well. I mean, seeing Joel and Sarah just get shot in the game was sad enough. But in the show, it brings it to a whole new emotional plane. And you still get Tommy to the rescue. because this man's always there no matter what.
Please don't.
We are not safe!
I'm sorry.
Please don't.
Now, the gamers of The Last of Us, we know that Fedra are just a bunch of assholes, just outright assholes. The show does an actual great way of just showing how, I don't want to say too careless, just because of the apocalyptic situation that they're placed in, but just how much of a hard ass they are all the time. And if you agree with Fedra, Joel is coming for you. You're an animal. Here's just a few clips of Fedra being a bunch of outright assholes.
Be a little tickle right here.
Or I could just shoot you. Yeah, but then what would you do?
Now, someone that I'm going to class with Fedra is Robert. Now, we come across Robert, and he starts off again, as he's just an asshole character, a weasel. And I love exactly how his character was executed and portrayed, and how his end came along.
It's not like I planned on ripping you off. I'm sorry.
Now, as you can see, we're jumping everywhere from left to right, up and down. We're going right off to Ellie. Ellie being casted was well done. It was good. And the perfect attitude was portrayed. I always have loved Ellie's attitude, and I was not let down by this.
Fuck away from me!
6, 7, 8. Fuck you.
Let me out or you're gonna pay, motherfuckers!
Now, Tess and Joel, they have so much good energy between them. It's based off of the game. Yes, over there they have a lot of good energy, but seeing it in front of you live almost, it's just captivating how they brought back that same energy. And there's just so many good moments, both in the game and in the show. I'm just gonna throw a couple of them out here right now.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
Got your ways.
What?
The guys who jumped me were with Robert. He sold our battery to someone else. Nothing's lost. This shit like this is gonna happen. Now we just shake it off, and we go get our cards back, or the battery.
I need the battery, Tess. Truck's no good without one, and if I don't get to Tommy soon, he's gonna die out there.
Okay, fuck it. We get our money back and the battery. But Joel, listen, Robert is terrified of you.
Now, you can tell how good the makeup's gonna be. Next one that I'm showing you guys is gonna be a clip from the game. You see there's a zombie on the floor, and in the show, you see him on the wall. Now, keep in mind, in the show, we haven't seen that many infected yet. The makeup just for that one clicker, that one infected growing on the wall, making the spores, just looks so good that I can't wait for episode 2.
There's our culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
This one's done.
Yeah. I know, I wasn't expecting it.
Figured he wasn't down here last time.
Now, as you guys know from taking it back to Robert, the guy that we first saw with Fedra, I actually liked the fact that in the video game he was killed by Tess, but in the show he was killed by the Firefly. I enjoyed knowing the fact that this man died in 2 different ways. That's just how much I did not like Robert right off the bat. But it was well done.
Come on. Yeah, fuck those fireflies. Just go get them.
That is a stupid idea.
Well, the battery's no good. You still tried to sell it. Twice. You greedy fuck.
We're just gonna do a quick skip of Joel waiting until he has to leave for dark to sneak Ellie out, and just do a quick comparison of those two scenes. Magnificent scenes, both in the game and in the show. I mean, first episode just keeps you hooked all the way, just like the game kept you hooked for the first hour, and you just wanted more and more and more.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
See, I do have to say that one of my favorite parts outside of the wall that they've only gotten to right now is the Fedric guy getting smacked from earlier that we saw in the show. Oh, he deserved all of it. The reaction when they found out Ellie was sick was so good. Even the leg stab, if you pay close attention to that leg stab, it is basically almost the exact same spot, same leg, perfectly executed.
Look the other way. I can make this worth your while.
Shut up. Tired of this shit. What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Alright, what about 3/4? Unauthorized exit. We'll hang you for that. Fine, everything off of this run, and half off on all of the pills. Half off? All off. Risk my job for half off. Out of your fucking mind.
I also enjoy with the cliffhangers of the two towers and the lightning, and you can hear the clickers going on in the background, and that plays in so well with it being basically the end of the first chapter of the game. And that's how they closed off the first episode. It was spectacularly done. I can't even wait to see the second episode coming out very soon, just to see how well the makeup is done on the clickers and how well it's portrayed. So far, this show's getting a 10 out of 10 for me.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Was this lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Look at this. No, I'm not sick.
Joe!
I am not sick.
Joe!
I'm not sick. Look. This is 3 weeks old. Nobody lasts more than a day. Does this look at the old to you? You would have killed me.
Should fucking kill you. When did it happen?
It doesn't.
That's it for now, guys. It was a very quick, very short video, just to let you guys know what I thought about The Last of Us, especially with the show coming out. I'm a big fan of The Last of Us 1 and 2. It's one of my favorite games, and just seeing how good they've portrayed it, I just had to share it out there. Now, just before we leave, I'm going to let you guys know we do have some nice memes coming up with the first episode so far, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Zeus out.
What are they capable of?
Shut up!
My friend? Don't worry, I don't want anything. But if you're feeling lost...
Tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
I did. Ellie.
You my fucking mom or something?
I look like your mom?
You can still rise with us.
Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the fireflies.